Something that really embarrassed me during my grieving process was my inability to grieve the death of my father for years. Hi, I'm Petra. I'm a musician. I'm releasing a project detailing my experiences with grief and loss. I've been seeing a lot of conversations around the idea of delayed grieving. I lost my dad in 2016, but I truly did not begin my grieving process till 2021. I did not give myself permission to grieve. My dad was diagnosed with lung cancer. He was, the true leader of my family. Everybody didn't know what to do. I found myself sort of naturally segueing into this position where I became kind of a caretaker. I was living in New York City at the time. I was going to college at the New School. I found myself leaving the city and I moved back home really to give my dad company. I remember I reorganized my college class schedule so that Monday through Wednesday, I would just have to be in the city and the rest of the days of the week, I could be at home with my dad. I really didn't cook a lot for myself. I have trouble even to this day cooking meals for myself, and I think that there is some type of trauma associated with that. But my dad would dictate me recipes to cook for us. That eventually transitioned to helping administer his medication, helping him clean up after himself. I feel like I was just, going with the motions more than thinking about what I was doing. I was doing it because it needed to be done. I lost my dad a few months after his diagnosis. None of it felt real. Like, time did not feel real. My family really struggled with their grief after losing him. And, when I found out that he had passed, I did not cry. And everybody else around me was falling apart. I was my dad's caretaker. Now I have to be there for my family, but I was never there for myself. I felt like I was given a curse in a way where I was never allowed to grieve. I kept myself busy by pursuing my music. When my life stopped in 2021, when I lost my teen, I feel like that's when my grief hit me of oh my God, where have I been mentally these last few years? I've always been the type of person that puts my feelings aside for somebody else. I never want to be a burden. I never want to take up space. It's hard when you lose somebody in your life to give yourself permission to feel what you need to feel. I'm curious to know if anybody else has dealt with a similar thing.